What stood out to you so far in practices?
As far as the running backs,
Yeah.
or just we got a good room. We got a great group of guys, and it's good to see young Micah Welch come and do some of the things that he's doing. He started off slow because he was trying to get acclimated to college football as far as information, just the overload that was put on him. But now he's starting to build confidence and making plays. He's the guy that we thought he could be as far as downhill, aggressively seeking the end zone. But he's doing a good job as far as learning the offense. So Mike is doing a great job. Dylan, he has a different approach to this year. You can tell he's more focused. He knows what his role is going to detail, and we're going to lean on him heavy to be very explosive. And I think he's doing a good job as far as being a student of the game. Dylan's very talented, but he came in this year with the mindset of really understanding his assignments and what he need to get done.
What were those conversations like with Dylan over the offseason as you guys are just talking about him as going to his sophomore year, just asking more out of him and looking for him to be more than kind of being every down back for you guys?
Well, some of those things we talked about, didn't want to come back with a sophomore jinx. He had a decent year. I think we could have gotten more out of him. I think he was prepared for it. So we got to do better as coaches as far as putting him in a better position to have success. But he had a great offseason. I think he took it upon himself to gain more weight. He's bigger than he was last year. He's stronger than he was last year. He's already naturally strong. He was participating in track. So he did all the necessary things to better himself, with Coach Prime in his ear as far as running track, eating correctly, but then just coming back with a mature mindset as far as being a better overall football player. But, with Pat Sherman, that offensive coordinator, I think we have a better plan for him as far as a different scheme, making sure that he's in when we need him in to get certain things done.
What has the conversation been like with Coach Shermer about the usage of the running backs that you guys plan to have this season as compared to last season?
It's been good conversations. I think it'll be better than last year. I think last year was dictated based on the tempo of the offense and what the defense was presenting to us. And I think the O-line was decent last year. We wasn't where we needed to be. So when you invest into it, when you bring Pat Sherman as the OC, when you bring in Coach Fields, O-line coach, and then you bring in a whole new O-line that we feel has a different mindset, then you're investing into the run. So we got to do our job and make sure we're ready for when the run is called. We go over our alignment, our assignments. We want to press the hole and make the right reads. We just want to be there when the opportunity presents itself.
What does committing to the running game mean to you?
It means a lot, not just for me, just for the team. If we're able to run the football, that means the box, it get a little heavier, and that means we have one safety, so the passing game is where it needs to be, so we can improve on the passing game. It clears things up for Shador. To stop the run, now you got to put more bodies in the box to stop the run. And then to stop the pass, now you got to have a two safety shell to stop the pass. So we want to make sure that we dictate to the offense what we want to bring that week. If it's the run game that's going to work, we'll dial it up. If the passing game is there, but we know when you're able to run the football, when you're home or away, you have a pretty good chance to win games.
How many carries does it take to get in the rhythm as a running back?
It varies. We don't want a back to have 25, 30 carries. Those days are over. We want to make sure we keep them fresh. So if they get 15, 20 reps max, and then that next guy come in at 10 to 12 reps, that's where we want to be as far as that balance to make sure we don't overload one back. And then it's based on the play calling of Pat Sherman. And then I got a boss to answer to, also Deion Sanders, who wants to see a guy on particular plays. So when you have those variables, it's hard to say as far as getting them in rhythm, but we want to make sure that my job is to make sure they understand their assignments. So once they get in, they know what they need to do and carry out their assignments. Once they in, the fatigue as far as the stamina, we like backs ready to go at least 2 series, 4 to 8 plays. So that's what we look for. So if you're carrying the load, if you're not fatigued, if you're not blowing assignments, your reps would increase. But if you're a guy that's blowing assignments and can't physically get it done, then we'll bring the next guy in. So it varies. It depends on that particular guy.
What about the RPO in the scheme? You just talked about the tempo you guys tried to play at last year. Did that factor into some of the struggles you had in the running game?
It does, because a lot of decisions made by the quarterback and based on what a defender do. If he feel like the defender can make a tackle within 4 yards, then he'll pull it and he'll keep it, he'll throw it or he'll run it. So it's based on decisions. I don't think we had a whole lot of true runs where we just say, okay, we're going to run the ball in a particular situation. This year it's different. We're going to dial it up. We believe in up front. If the third is short situation, we have a situation where we're actually going to run the ball and not have too many RPOs.
What are some of the things that you're drilling your group on that maybe you guys were lacking last year that'll help them be a little bit more productive?
We just stick with the basics, you know, the fundamentals, all the essentials, just footwork. You know, we want to believe in what we believe in, train our eyes, have good eyes, you know, see a little to see a lot, you know, alignment, assignment, and execution. We want to stick with that. And then these guys are natural football players. They can play the game. If we can control all the decision-making skills, all the things that come in between the plays as far as not the mental errors when the play is called, you know, we'll be fine. So we talk about those things all the time. You know, we stick to the core values: smart, fast, tough, discipline. And then we just build off that as far as the footwork, being in a position where there's adversity and being able to get out of that position or that bad adversity with your feet and making good plays. Always downhill.
Coach, what have you seen from Alton McCaskill, and is he close to being that back that you guys saw at Houston?
He's close. You know, he from last year, he's very close. I think he did a good job as far as doing all the necessary things, as far as being able to decelerate and then accelerate. That's where he kind of had the issues, you know, as far as trusting it, you know, going from point A to point B. And we want to make sure we get him to the point where he gets downhill, and I think he's working on that. He's very smart. He's very eager. His speed has increased. His strength has increased. But I think he'll be ready for game one. You know, once we go through all season, once we go through camp, you know, we're going to get him to where he needs to be to make sure that he's able to do all the necessary things.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.